I absolutely love this series. I'm a big fan of the developer too. Both the developer and the series provide very fun, consistent, and reliable games. I know what I'm getting with these titles, and I usually have a very good time with them. Sure, there is a level of jank on display, but here we have a developer who is a self-publisher and doing exactly what they want to do, and I think they are rather good at it. Sniper Elite 5 furthers elements that were found in Sniper Elite 4, and at the same time there were some elements where I wish that stuff from 4 was actually coming back in 5. That all being said, the quality and varied gameplay is still very strong in that title. So much so, I hope we get Sniper Elite 6 at some point. Before we go any further, I want to thank the sponsor for this video, Fanatical. They are currently running a spring sale, which includes all of the Sniper Elite games as part of that sale. If you're looking to jump aboard now or after this video, check out the link in the description and pinned comment. It all goes to help the channel. Thank you, and now back to the video. From a simple standpoint, why are these games so much fun? The player empowerment is very, very high. Shooting a sniper rifle at long distances is made very easy with how the game provides those options to the player, though it can be harder depending on the player's preferences too. But either way, you pull up your rifle, aim at your target, and fire. The sweet bang never gets old, and then add on to it the presentation effects, while each one of your sniper shots turns into a mini delightful gameplay kill cam movie that you'll just want to repeat over and over again. The bullet flies off from your gun. You get the bang and glorious slow motion, really taking in the spectacle of all of it. Then as you approach the target, the X-ray camera filter is applied, and all of that over-the-top violence is on display. It's great and provides an example I can always point to as to why I play these games, like right here, there it is. Sniper Elite 5 is just loads of fun. No agenda or nonsense writing, it's just fun. Starts fun and especially remains fun. Sniper Elite 5 provides levels that are like these mini open worlds, with optional objectives to complete, multiple ways to achieve your goal. There isn't really a wrong way to play these games, and with many options you can pivot to different styles in the same level, all being very fun options. The actual gun control, aiming, and shooting does feel better compared to 4. You get some more options like first-person aim for all of your guns, which is really appreciated for stealth and getting those headshots. Depending on how you approach levels, you could treat Sniper Elite like a World War II Splinter Cell or Metal Gear Solid game, using ammo that reduces your sound, popping on silencers, using environmental sounds to then mask your shots, baiting enemies, moving bodies, performing lethal and non-lethal takedowns, or maybe you go more loud or focus more on the sniping, or even just use a mix of all three combinations. It all comes down to spaces that provide a lot of player choice. There's true freedom here. Just from the campaign standpoint, you will get a lot of game time out of it. Between how you approach it, the unlocks, and how you can do it differently, Sniper Elite 5 is not a one and done type of experience. A nice addition to Sniper Elite 5 is the invasion mode, where you can invade another player's game, or just get invaded yourself. I love turning this on because it essentially takes a single player level, and then flips it into a multiplayer match. Now you not only need to worry about the AI and your objectives, but you have a real person trying to hunt you down. The mind games that can be played feel intimate, and victories are oh so satisfying. You can turn this off if you want a more traditional normal playthrough. Survival mode is back, and it's a good quality horde mode, along with fun multiplayer as well. There's plenty of value and ways to play. Now you might be wondering, with all of this praise for Sniper Elite 5, how is it almost the greatest of all time? Well, when we made the jump from Sniper Elite 3 to 4, there was a great refinement there, with it feeling like an almost perfect execution of the formula. 3 brought us the wider and bigger environments. 4 made everything feel better, including a really satisfying crouch run. 5, on the other hand, only allows you to crouch or run. There is no middle ground like before. It was nice because 1, it looked cool, especially for the sneaky playthroughs, offered a middle ground that is faster than a crouch, but not a full-on sprint. The trip mine was a great asset in prior games that was removed in 5. My guess is that this was done as a means to make things fair for the invasion mode, but in fairness, if that was the case, there's probably a good amount of players that don't even dabble with invasion, so they are just missing out on this key piece of equipment for no reason. In addition to this, I do love the invasion mode. It's kind of a fun multiplayer option, but I do think that levels in 5 are constructed in such a way so that they have that multiplayer slant. Yes, they are still open, of course, lots of options for the player and replay value, but they still do feel like they're made to sort of encourage players to meet, causing parts of levels to have unnecessary invisible walls or parts blocked off. I think this is the trade-off by adding in invasion. So while I really enjoy invasion, it's something that you don't really feel in 4. Now, this last point is going to be more of a special one for me. Sniper Elite always used to have these Overwatch missions. These were exclusive co-op only story missions, where one guy is a sniper and the other is on the ground. Each have different sets of equipment. The sniper can provide information to the guy on the ground and especially cover them, while the guy on the ground is completing much of the objectives. Simply put, these missions were awesome. Each game only had a few, but I loved how you had 2 players, each having their own specific goals to complete. It was like Sniper Elite Army of 2. I loved them. In 5, they were just missing. Honestly, my guess is that the internal data showed that not everyone played or even completed these missions because it required 2 people, so it got ditched in favor of other modes. But nonetheless, I still miss them, and I think they should come back. Sniper Elite 5 is a game that I love. Loads of modes, lots of replay value, so many ways to play. It's almost the GOAT, but I think 4 will probably still remain that title for me. But even so, 5 is a compelling experience. The entire series is vastly underrated. Again, if you're a stealth action fan and you enjoy a bit of sniping, play these games. Other companies aren't even interested in making games like this anymore. And the stealth here is more fleshed out than many of the stealth parts in other big AAA games. Then add on to it the campaign by itself is great and varied with so many ways to approach it. Stuff to unlock, gun customization, what loadout to take, playing the campaign and online co-op, the very fun survival mode, multiplayer, really enjoyable invasion mode. 5 is stacked and I cannot praise it enough. While being the GOAT is the absolute best, almost being the GOAT is still just as awesome. Here's to hoping that Sniper Elite 6 incorporates some of those missing elements that we saw in 4 return there. For right now, I highly recommend playing these games, especially 5. And if you're interested in them or other PC games, check out the current spring sale on Fanatical. What are your thoughts on all of this? Where does Sniper Elite 5 rank for you? How do you find it in comparison to 4? Let me know all of this in the comments down below. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you can help to keep this channel going strong, and this allows me to be able to do more for my awesome audience. Please check out the links in the description and pinned comment for ways to support the channel. And most of all, thank you very much for watching.